The movie begins with a lonely boy named Will Stanton who heads home for Christmas break, unaware that his life is about to change forever. He notices a girl in a red scarf and instantly falls for her, but he's too shy to speak, and she disappears before he gets the chance. At home, chaos rules his giant family, and he's pushed into a cramped storeroom while his older brothers take over his space. During a family celebration, Will receives thoughtful gifts, including a watch from his younger sister Gwen, who seems to be the only one who truly understands him. He secretly wishes for snow, and when night falls, he wakes to find the world covered in white. But the icy magic brings something else with it, a strange surge of strength he doesn't understand. The next day, while out buying Gwen a gift, Will is suddenly grabbed by two police officers who accuse him of stealing. But inside the interrogation room, their faces distort, the lights flicker, and their voices demand information about mysterious signs. Terrified, Will realizes they aren't human, and neither is he as powerless as he thought. With newfound strength, he escapes. Shaken, Will tries to explain the strange events to his father, but no one listens. Later that night, Will attends a Christmas party at a grand mansion owned by Miss Graythorne, where odd whispers and lingering stares suggest that people know something about him that he doesn't. When he storms out in frustration, a dark rider appears on horseback, chasing him through the woods. Just before the rider can seize him, Miss Graythorne and her guardian Leon intervene and whisk Will away, literally through time. They reveal that Will is no ordinary boy. He is the Seeker, the seventh son of a seventh son, destined to gather 6 ancient signs of light and stop the rise of darkness that has long threatened humanity. Overwhelmed, Will rejects their claims and insists they've chosen the wrong person. But when he is shown visions of a future swallowed by shadow, his fear becomes undeniable. Soon after, he returns home, where he discovers the truth his parents never told him. He once had a twin brother named Tom, stolen as a baby during a violent storm. The truth rattles him deeply. Realizing the Dark Rider has haunted his life since infancy, Will accepts his destiny. He begins training with the Old Ones, learning he can see hidden signs, move objects with his mind, travel through time, and unleash superhuman strength. The first sign reveals itself inside Gwen's pendant, a gift he had purchased with love and innocence. To obtain the second sign, Will travels back through time with the warriors and faces an ancient witch who unleashes venomous snakes upon them. Drawing on his growing power, Will breaks free and claims the second sign, slowly stepping into his role as the world's only hope against darkness. But the Dark Rider is not idle. He strengthens his influence by recruiting Maggie, the very girl Will was drawn to, who appears at a family dinner claiming she wants to help him. In reality, she is a witch serving darkness, manipulating Will's emotions and seeking the signs he carries. Conflicted by his feelings for her, Will confesses his attraction, only for Maggie to coldly dismiss him when his brother arrives. Furious and embarrassed, Will lashes out, accidentally releasing flames with his emotions. Miss Graythorne warns Leon to be patient. After all, despite his powers, Will is still just a boy. Later, Gwen follows Will, and together they are swept into another time. In the chaos of sword-clashing warriors, Will spots the third sign embedded in a soldier's shield. A massive warrior confronts him, nearly drowning him, until Will trades his treasured birthday watch for the shield, securing the third sign. Once they return, Leon scolds Will for wasting his energy on unnecessary time travel, but quickly apologizes, realizing the emotional weight Will is carrying. Meanwhile, Will's older brother, Max, begins acting strangely, possessed by the Dark Rider's growing power. When Will senses the presence of the fourth sign, he is pulled into time again, this time with Max alongside him. In this shadowy world, Max attacks Will under the Rider's control. Desperate to free him, Will speaks to Max's insecurities, his struggles in school, his fear of disappointing the family. But words fail, and Will is forced to knock him unconscious to break the Rider's grip. He secures the fourth sign, only halfway through his destiny. When they return home, the city is frozen under a massive supernatural storm. Electricity, water, and transportation collapse. Miss Graythorne urgently invites the family to shelter in the palace. Meanwhile, Maggie is punished by the Rider for failing to steal the signs. Her youth crumbles away, and she is dragged into the river as a withered husk. The Rider's power grows daily as the final battle approaches. Will sees the fifth sign shimmering in the palace and risks everything to seize it before the Rider can. Now possessing 5 signs, he prepares to face the greatest danger of all, discovering the mysterious sixth sign, a sign even the Old Ones have never uncovered. Before he leaves for the Great Hall, Leon assures him that even without knowing the sixth sign, Will is stronger than he believes. Will doubts himself, unsure if he can truly save the world. And here's a question for you. If you discovered you were the last hope against rising darkness, but you still felt completely unprepared, what would you do? Tell me in the comments. Entering the Great Hall with the Old Ones, Will learns that the rider cannot cross the threshold unless invited. But then Will hears the voices of his father, his mother, and most painfully, Gwen, crying out for help. He opens the door in panic, only to realize too late that the rider has tricked him through illusion. Darkness sweeps into the hall instantly. The rider unleashes a devastating blast, destroying the Old One's defenses within seconds. Shadows pour across the chamber as the rider steps forward, taunting Will, reminding him how alone he is. He belittles him, calling him just a child playing hero, unfit to wield ancient power. Then the rider reveals the ultimate heartbreak: Will's long-lost twin brother Tom, trapped inside a glowing sphere. He had kidnapped Tom 14 years earlier, believing he was the true seeker. With cruel laughter, he throws the sphere into the waters of the hall and casts Will into suffocating darkness. Lost in the void, Will feels the crushing despair the rider wants him to drown in, but something awakens within him. The truth of the sixth sign rises from deep inside his memory, the sign that cannot be hidden, the sign that cannot be lost, the sign that has always been with him. The final sign is Will himself. Light explodes from within him as all six signs resonate together. The darkness recoils as Will ascends from the void, clutching the magical sphere containing Tom. Empowered, Will turns the sphere's magic outward, imprisoning the rider and his swirling darkness inside it. With a final burst of power, he casts the sphere away, banishing the rider forever. Instantly, light floods through the great hall and spreads across the world. The storm fades, the shadows retreat, and for the first time in 14 years, Tom is freed. He stands before his brother, confused but alive, reunited at last with the family that has mourned him since infancy. The Old Ones gather around Will, proud and silent. His mission is complete. Though the world will never know what he has done, they recognize him as the hero who ended the rider's reign forever. They release him from duty and allow him to return home to the life he fought to protect. Will returns home with Tom beside him. Their family is overwhelmed with joy, tears, and disbelief. Christmas transforming from an ordinary holiday into a miracle. Though Will's life will never be truly normal again, he embraces his place in the world with new strength, understanding who he is and what he is capable of. And as their home fills with warmth, laughter, and the hope of a new beginning, Will knows one thing: the light has won, for now. If you enjoyed this epic recap, make sure to subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and check out more incredible stories right here on the channel. The adventure continues.